How's it going, everyone? I'm Charles, and today I want to share my experiences of applying with the United States Postal Service as of September 2021. Well, September/October 2021. Um, just want to share my experiences. I've seen some of the other two YouTube videos on there, and they seem to kind of be a little dated. We got 2018, 2019. There's a couple 2020 videos with people sharing their hiring process and stuff. Um, anyways, I'm going through the process right now, and I want to share my experience because some things have changed as far as the hiring process. Um, yeah, things have kind of changed, and so some things that those people went through are no longer applicable. Um, anyways, I just want to share my experience. Let's let's get going here. Alrighty, so one of the very first things, like you can see on my screen here, is I'm on the Postal Service's website. In fact, if you go here and click on careers, how to apply. So you search for your jobs, create your profile, and apply, and take an assessment test if required. Um, so as far as that goes, uh, so if you go to their search and stuff, so you can see here, searching for stuff in Montana, and just clicking on whatever might interest you. So if you click on it, hold on here, let me refresh the page. Let's see here. Montana, start. Alright, so just click on Kalispell. Now you're going to get this screen here asking you, I don't need to save it or anything. But anyways, you got the apply button. Actually, I should go back. So when you click on that, you can click on save, and then it is going to spit up one of these. And this basically gives you the job profile, what the job posting number, the branch that you're applying for, the date of postings for the job, what the job title is. So in this case, City Carrier Assistant, this is what I applied for. It even gives you contact information, their phone number. This is kind of like the HR person at your local branch. I did call this person Sunny. I talked to her a couple of times because I had questions during my application process and stuff. Anyways, it kind of gives you a brief overview of what the CCA does. Now, I applied for a CCA position. They also had the RCA position, which is the rural carrier assistant, and then they got the city carrier assistant. So you got the CCA and the RCA. I went for the master. What the difference was, she explained it. So I said, okay, so if I want to become like a regular city carrier, the CCA is what I want to go for then, and not the RCA. She says that's correct. So that helped me make my decision there. Then you got the driving requirements, benefits, and stuff. So as you can see here, for a non-career 360-day term with the possibility of reappointment, you get paid leave at the rate of 1 hour for every 20 hours in your pay status. So where is it? Or is it down here? Oh, okay. So here it says you get paid bi-weekly at the rate of $18.51 an hour. I have no idea what this finance number is. But anyway, so, if you're working 80 hours every pay period. In this case, I've been told to probably be working a lot more than that. Um, but even at 80 hours, that's 4 hours of paid leave that you get for every pay period. So that's not too bad. So you figure a month, you're getting you're getting 1 day a month of paid leave for working. Anyway, so like I said, there's your pay rate, paid bi-weekly. And then, of course, people eligible to apply, background check, functional purpose. So, delivering clicks mailed by foot or by vehicle, varying on road conditions, weather conditions, and such. Duties and responsibilities, supervision, your job requirements. Now, here's one of the things that is different. They recently switched up the assessment test, so instead of your typical 473 test, you are now taking a 474 test after you do the application process and apply for that position. Now, this isn't going to apply to every position. This would apply to a CCA and a RCA position, taking that 474 test there. So that's that bit of information. When you click on the link and it asks you if you'd like to save the file, this is what you're going to get for that file when you click on it. Now, let me get back to my web page here. So here, now you're going to click on the apply button, and then you're going to come up and you're going to create your profile. So now you're going to create your login and password and everything. You're going to, as you can see on this little roadmap here on the screen, you got personal data, work experience, education and training, general eligibility, veteran preference. So if you're going to go for veteran preference points, you need to upload all your appropriate documents, and they will explain that to you in that section there. So you're going to need your DD-214, your SF-15 showing that you're approved for veteran preference. I think that might be it, or there might be one other piece of information they want. Anyways, then you got your attachments, assessment tests. Now, your assessment test isn't going to be anything when you're first creating your profile, because at that point you're creating your profile and you're applying for a position. So yeah, it won't have anything to deal with your assessment test. Now, once after you do take your assessment test, if you go back to that link, you click back into your profile and everything, and click on that link, then you're going to see your score. Oh, let me refresh here. Don't need that. Okay, so now as you can see on here, here's my assessment test. I took assessment 474, took it on September 18th. It's valid until September 18th, 2023, so it's good for 2 years. And then retest eligibility is, again, September 18th, 2023. And you can see here I got a 100% on my assessment. Anyways, going back here, now once you create your profile and everything, at the end here where it says review and release, you want to make sure that you release your profile. I was a little confused at this point because, as you can see right here, it says if you release your profile, recruiters in U.S. Postal Service can view your candidate profile and contact you for suitable career opportunities. If you lock your profile, it will only be considered for the career opportunities for which you apply. Now, I figured, okay, I'm applying for CCA. That's the only one I want to apply for. I left it locked, but then I never heard anything back. I never got a verification email or anything. I let it go for a few days, and like in the other screen there, it said that that job opening was good until the 19th. So I went in, released my profile, and then boom, I got my verification emails and stuff. Let's see here. So here it is. So your registration, there's my name, and then it gives your username, candidate ID, and all that type of stuff. You'll get that. Then, once you do file, let me get back here. Once you do get done with your profile and stuff, and it's completed and all that, then you're going to get, let's get rid of that one. Then you're going to get this one. Then you're going to get this one. Once you apply for the position, it's going to say, thank you for your interest, blah, blah, blah. You're going to do the 474 test. Now, you're going to just do this online. They're going to, as you can see here, here's the assessment link here. Oh. Okay, let me get rid of that. There we go. All right, so as you can see here, they got the assessment link. You're going to click on that. It's going to take you to your test. You're going to take your test, and like it says on here, it can take up to 45 minutes, depending on how you are. Now, to kind of give you a brief overview of the 474 test, if I remember right, there was 8 scenario questions. So it gives you like a scenario, like you're delivering mail to one of the customers, and you find email laying at the base of the mailbox. What do you do? And then they're going to ask you for one column, the most likely of what you're going to do, and then the least likely of what you're going to do. And it gives you like 4 or 5 different scenarios to think about. And so you're going to pick one for the most likely what you're going to do, and then you're going to pick one of the other ones for the least likely. So each question, you're going to have 2 answers, the most likely, least likely of what you're going to do. So I believe there's 8 questions to that. Then another one is like your personality questions, and I think there's 56 of those, and the questions are timed. So like the 8 questions, the scenario questions, I think they give you, 2 minutes or something like that to answer the 8 questions. Your personality questions, there's like 56, and I think they give you, 15 minutes. It's timed, and it tells you on there when you're taking the test and stuff. But anyways, and in that case, they're going to give you 2 other questions. So then they're going to tell you, I strive for, I work better during stressful situations. And then the question down here is going to be, I like a relaxed schedule. And then in between those 2, it's going to say most likely, somewhat likely, most likely. Now, in this scenario, they're going to want, a good worker. They're not going to want someone that's kind of lazy that enjoys a more relaxed schedule. They're going to want someone that strives and can work through stressful conditions and stuff like that. And in this case, I can tell you it's either going to be better or worse. The most likelies or somewhat likelies in the middle, you're not going to want to answer those. They're gonna want either or, most likely. But in this case, they're not going to be interested in someone that's going to be on the lazy side, that just enjoys a relaxed schedule and does the very minimal. They're going to want a go-getter, someone that's going to get the job done in a timely manner. That's the thing. That's the big thing with the Postal Service. Time schedule, managing your time and stuff. That's the big thing. So as you're answering these questions, just kind of, and I'd have to say, the more life experience that you have, I don't want to say it's more common sense kind of questions, but I mean, you can just sit there and look at it and go, oh, okay, that one, that one, that one, that one, and you'll get it and stuff. But anyways, that's just something to kind of look at. Then towards the end of the test, it'll ask you some other questions of like, have you left your current job yet? Have you ever been have you been terminated from your last job? It's going to kind of ask you some reference questions like that. Stuff like that. And then just answer it appropriately, and it'll kind of ask you about, like how many days off have you taken off your last job, or, it's kind of questions like that. So just answer them appropriately. And then once that's done, you'll complete the assessment test, and that'll be done. And then, let's see, discard that here on the screen. So now with that, once that's done, you can log back into your profile, go to your assessments tab here, number 7, and then you'll see your assessment tests show up in here. Now, once that's done, let's see here. Now you'll get this email telling you, hey, thank you for your application for city carrier. We appreciate your interest in this vacant position. You'll be considered under competitive procedures for this vacancy and advised of the application status when the decision has been reached. Human Resources. So you'll receive that email. And so then once you receive that one, and then let's see here. Now you can see here, it shows my application. So city carrier assistant, there's the job number there, the date I applied, says in process. And then right now it says offer phase extended. Now I have been offered that position and stuff, and I did accept. Now, when you get done with your assessment, it's going to tell you something else different here. And after you get done with your assessment test, the next email that I got here is for motor vehicle search record. So basically they're going to do like a background check on your motor vehicle record, accidents, tickets, any felony, misdemeanor type offenses, DUIs, especially since you're applying for a motor vehicle position. It's going to be a big consideration. So here, as always, so like in this one, it says you got 3 days of this message to complete it. So this isn't going to be something you're going to want to keep an eye on your emails when applying for postal positions, because they don't come in as your typical, I think it comes in like at e-careers or something. So you want to make sure they're not going to your spam folder at all or junk folder. So you want to keep an eye out for them. So like in this case, I got one for motor vehicle record search. Tells you information, your social security and date of birth. You're going to need your driver's license number, your current license, and any other licenses held for the last 5 years. So you want to make sure that you got all your information prepared and ready to go. Again, you're going to click right here. Please click here to begin. It takes you to GIS's website. Again, you're going to create a user ID and password. Then you're going to put in all your appropriate information and everything for your driver's license, social security, all that good stuff. So now with that one being said, now we're going to come back over here. Now, after doing the GIS record, motor vehicle record search, my process step here changed to pre-hire list. Now, I stayed there, let's see here. I think I stayed there for about 3 weeks. Let's pull up the calendar here. Okay, so September 18th. So that was a Saturday when I applied. So we got 1, 2, October 9th. And today is the 16th. So 1, 2, 3. So at about 3.5 weeks is what I waited for, and then I believe it was on, okay, so October 12th is when I got my job offer. So roughly about 3.5, 4 weeks is what it took to hear back and for that position offer. So, like I said, I did my motor vehicle record search. You're sitting in a waiting, you're sitting in a holding pattern for 3.5 weeks, say. Then that's when I received this one. Like I said, it says right here, October 12th. And it says, congratulations, based on the information you provided and assessment, we are pleased to offer you the position. And as you can see here, city carrier, the job number, our offer number and stuff. Then it asks you to please open up any documents. Let's see here. Let's open up this one. So in this case, congratulations again. So you'll also receive a second email containing a personal link, and you will have, again, time. You have 3 days to reply, or they're going to basically say, okay, you're not interested. Boom, you're done. So let's go back here. So again, please print the job offer. Congratulations. So right here, you'll receive an email with your personal link. You have 3 calendar days upon accepting this job offer. So again, I had to call Sunny at my local postal office, bring my driver's license to do my fingerprints and everything. And again, this action must be completed in 5 calendar days. So now, just to give you a little bit of insight, I did bring my driver's license, but now this is for my branch. I don't know if if this is different at different locations. This is what happened for me. I brought my driver's license, but they also wanted my social security card to make a copy of that to put in my file. I kind of felt a little nervous because I was like, okay, did I not read the email right? Did I not follow the directions right? Because it's like, I was worried about not looking good. It's like, okay, I brought my driver's license, but I didn't bring my social security card. It's like, okay, what's that say about me already? I'm sitting here trying to apply for this job, and I'm already forgetting documents that I should have brought. But in this case, it wasn't said, and it does only say to bring your driver's license. So I didn't do anything wrong, and so it kind of helped settle my nerves on that. So anyway, so that is that one. So again, so now here's the next email. Again, you have 3 calendar days, and now here's your personal link to accept that job offer. So you're going to click on the link. It's going to take you to another page. You're going to sit there and say, hey, I accept this position, blah, blah, blah. And then it's going to take you back to your profile page. Let's see here. Oh, actually, I can't remember where it's at in here. It might be under personal data. But anyways, it's going to take you back to your profile. It's going to ask you for more information. So like you're going to fill out your W-4 information on your tax withholdings. You know, if you're single, married, claiming 0, claiming 1. You're going to do that for your federal and state if appropriate. You're also going to fill out your emergency contact information. So if you're married, you're going to put, your wife or spouse or, girlfriend, whatever might apply to you. So yeah, as you accept these job offerings, yeah, there's more information parts that open up in your profile that need to be filled out. So don't be surprised. So when you accept your job offering, that your profile, all of a sudden it's like, boom, your profile opens back up. Because then I was kind of concerned. It's like, okay, why am I back at my profile? Did I forget to fill out some information or something? But it's not. It's just parts of your profile that open up back when you accept the job offer and stuff. Because once you accept the job offer, you're actually considered hired. Now, on that note, you're still on conditional basis though. So, like I said, in this email, you got your personal link. You accept that job offer. Again, you got 3 calendar days to reply. If not, they're just going to assume that you're not interested and you're going to be bypassed. Now, with saying that, now that next email that you get, and again, must be completed within 3 calendar days of this email, of the date of this email. On here, may take 30 to 45 minutes to complete. Now, this is going to be your criminal background check. Have all your information ready, because they're going to want, if you've ever gone through a federal background investigation, there can't be any gaps in the date. So they're going to want address history for the last 5 years. If you lived in one place for that 5 years, awesome. You've only got one address to put in. Then they're going to want a personal contact that knows that you've lived at that address for that time. They're going to want their address, their phone number. So they're going to want detailed information. So be ready to provide detailed information. Make sure, so when you're listing your addresses and everything, that they're going to want a personal, they're going to want a personal contact, if you want to put it that way, that can verify that you lived at that address for that length of time and stuff. They're going to want their address for that, their phone number, including their address, city, state, zip code. Yeah, they're going to want all that information. So just be ready for that kind of information. The other thing too is that also comes up with, have you registered for selective service? So if you've just turned 18 and you're going for a position with the post office, if you've registered with a selective service, you need to have your selective service number, not your social security number, selective service number. They'll provide you with a link to look that up, where you can simply Google it. You can just Google, look up selective service number. It'll provide you with the link. I believe you put in like your last name, last four, your social, and I think your date of birth. And it'll pull up asking if this is you. Click on it. It'll actually give you your selective service number, copy and paste it in there, and you're good to go. References. They're going to want 3 references also. Again, person's name, address, detailed address information, how long you've known them. I think in there, again, it's going to ask you for calendar dates of how long you've known them, for so many years and stuff. Now, I believe in there, if I remember right, if you can't remember the exact day, they tell you to just fill in like 01, so the first of the month, as being close enough. I had to do that, because I've known people for over 20 years, and you try to remember the exact day that you first met them and known them and stuff. But anyways, so like right on here, you got addresses, all address and dates for the past 5 years, no gaps, including contact information for the person who knew you. Cannot be a family member. References, again, a name, address, phone number, 3 personal references, employment. So again, with employment, name, addresses, your dates, everything, again, no gaps, and then education. For me, I simply just put down my high school information, because throughout the years I have started and stopped with going to taking college classes. I start one semester and I get like 2 or 3 semesters, and then something happens and I got to stop school, go back to work or something. Something's happened in my life, and then so I've stopped. I've taken so many classes here and there, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit there and fill out every single time that I've started and stopped taking college courses, and to fill it out. Not only that, I'd have to sit there and wait so much time to submit to the college in California when I went to school, and to submit for my records and stuff, and all the different records to get copies. That's going to take time, and they want you to have this done in 3 calendar days. A lot of that stuff takes like 2 to 3 weeks to get all those records back. So I simply did my high school information, because that's typically easy to remember, and your graduation date is right there on your diploma. You can go and look on your diploma and look at your last day of school. So anyway, so this is your criminal background. That is where I'm at now. I filled all this information out. That's what I'm waiting on, and like I showed here on the screen, go to job opportunities. So this is where I'm at, the offer phase extended. So I have accepted my job offer. I'm doing my background check now. So basically I am hired on with the Postal Service. I'm just, like everything else with government, it's kind of like hurry up and wait type of a deal. I did go and do my fingerprints and everything. I made my appointment. In fact, the same day that I got my job offer and everything, on October 12th, I called up sunny at I called up the person at my local branch and scheduled my fingerprints and everything. Now, this is another part that has differed. Um, I didn't go through an interview process. So I got there. Um, I brought my driver's license and everything. They had my file. Basically, if you've been in the military, it's the same thing. You got your envelope with all your paperwork and everything in it. You take that folder, you take it to basic training, you hand it to the drill sergeants when you start your in processing and stuff. Kind of the same type of deal. You got all your paperwork and everything, your W-4, emergency contact, stuff like that. Anyways, did my fingerprints and everything. They put all your information in. They got like a little light box thingy that lights up green. You do your right forehand, and then you do your left fore, and then you do your two thumbs. So there's 3 screenshots that they take of your fingerprints and everything. At that point, the postmaster, and that's kind of who I dealt with as the postmaster of my branch. He had asked for my social security card. I let him know I didn't have it because it didn't state that in the email. But after we kind of got all that paperwork done, I hurried up, ran home, got my social security card, went back. They made a copy, front and back, threw it in my file jacket. All was good. We sat down. Now, we kind of did talk, but it wasn't like a formal interview. And he basically said it straight. He wasn't gonna fluff the job offering and make it sound awesome and stuff. He was, straight up honest with me. He's like, if you think this is going to be a cool job and you're just going to drive around and deliver mail and stuff, you're wrong. This is a high physical stress job. You're going to be walking a lot. Some of the routes are, drive where you can just drive up to a mailbox, shove it in. Some of them are like at an apartment complex where you got a box of mailboxes. You open up the back, put all the mail in it, walk it back up and stuff, and then, everybody can get their mail. Other routes are like the loop routes where they park, they walk a couple of blocks, go to the next part, do the same thing and such. Some of them are mixed where it is a motor route and a loop route, so you're doing driving and walking and stuff. Then you got Amazon Sundays. So he was very up straight and honest, and I told him, it's like, I know what I'm getting into, so it's like, you're not telling me anything that I'm not expecting and stuff. He let me know, during your 90-day probationary period, you're going to be getting like 3 evaluations, so that's like at 36 days, 67 days, and 80 days, something kind of like that. So they go over your performance. If you need any improvements and stuff, so like on your first review, if you got any weaknesses, they expect to see improvement between your first review and second review. They want to see that correction. They want to see that improvement. It's like, and he told me, when you first start, he goes, we're going to give you, for the first few days, we're going to give you like a 4-hour route, but we expect you to take 8 hours because you're new. You're not going to know everything. You're not going to be efficient. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be looking for stuff. You're going to have some time wasted. So they're kind of expecting that, but each day that they want to see that improvement where they give you the same the same route and 4 hours worth of mail to be delivered. Okay, so if the first day takes you 8 hours, okay, well, the second day, maybe it should only take you 7 or possibly 6 hours. That third day, you should see another improvement. So that's what they're wanting to see, is that improvement on your time. Um, the other stuff they went over is what's expected of you as far as basically, if you get injured in the first 90 days, then you're basically done. Um, because in that first 90 days, that is your probationary period. They can let go of you at will and stuff. And if you get injured, you might be out for 3 weeks, you might be out for 6 months or 8 months, who knows. Basically, you're not going to be productive to them. That they've now wasted money on you and stuff. Now, as far as training, you got 3 days of orientation. You got a shadow day. So basically, you go through your orientation, and that's like your safety videos. I believe you meet your union rep, and they kind of talk about the union and stuff. Your typical like in processing stuff at a new job. That's basically it. Then you go out and do a shadow day with a carrier. Now, with this, you're not touching any mail. You're simply riding along with a carrier, doing whatever he does. So if he's on a loop route and he's walking, you're walking with him. You're basically spending the day with the carrier to see what the job is about and if it's going to be for you or not. They want to know, this is what we do. Can you handle it or not? If not, hey, take a hike. We haven't spent a lot of money on you. This job ain't for you. That's just the way it is. If everything's a go after that, then let's see here. You go for your LLV training, which is basically your mail carrier truck training, the little right-hand drive trucks. They do driving school for that. Once you pass that, then you go up for, it's like 3 or 4 days for carrier school. You go for there, and in this case, I live in Montana, so he told me they hold that in Missoula. So I'd be basically staying in Missoula for 4 days or 3 nights, whatever, however you want to put it. Now, all your training and stuff is paid for. In this case, he told me, depending on how your financial status is, you can either pay for everything up front and get reimbursed, or what they can do is they can give you like a pay advance, pay for the stuff, and then they simply just take it out of your first check and stuff. Yeah, and then the hotel rates and stuff like that is like all like military discount type, so they try to make it as cheap as possible and everything. So that's kind of where I'm at for now with my processing and stuff. Um, I know it's a lot of information, and I know this is a little bit of a lengthy video, but it's everything that I've gone up to. So from my date of application to my job offer date, like here on the screen. So, like I said, roughly 3.5 weeks from application to job offer, or I should say conditional job offer. I'm hired. I just have to wait for my background check to clear. And then once that happens, I'll receive another email saying, boom, your background check's done. Here's your orientation date. That's basically where I'm at right now. I'm in another holding pattern. I do have my file jacket though. They gave me it, so it's got my name on it. It's a big white envelope with my name on it. It's got all my paperwork and everything. Like I said, I'll take that to orientation, hand it to them in orientation, and then they handle it from there. So that's basically kind of it from now. for it. Blah, blah, blah. That's kind of it for now. Um, going through the application process, all the different emails that you should expect to see, taking the assessment test. Like I said, other people have stated, it's like you do this and this and that, and you go through an interview process. Well, they've cut the interview process now, so you don't even have like an official um, interview, and sit down and talk with somebody and answer questions or whatnot about stuff like that. That didn't happen for me. Now, again, this is at my branch here in Montana that I applied to here in Butte. It might be different everywhere else. If you apply in Arizona, California, Tennessee, I don't know. I'm just stating what my experiences is here. In my case, no interview process. I went and did my fingerprints, copy of my driver's license, social security number, or my social security card. They gave me my file jacket, said, here you go. Make sure you do your background check. Until then, just be waiting. So that's where I'm at. But anyways, like I said, I know this is a bit of a lengthy video, a lot of information, but hopefully I was helpful. Like I said, I kind of wanted to do an updated video since a lot of them that come up, 2018, 2019, a couple of them from 2020. They talked about some of the information and referencing the 473 assessment test. Now it's the 474 assessment test for the carrier positions. I didn't have an interview process where other people talked about having a formal interview, sitting down with somebody, answering questions, basically telling them what they expect from their job and what they can offer. Yeah, so got some differences there. So that's another reason why, like I said, I wanted to make this updated video, or an updated video, I should say. So anyways, hopefully you liked it. Hopefully this helped you out if you're applying for a postal position. Hopefully I helped you out, kind of gave you some heads up on what to look forward to, what to expect during your application process and stuff. Like I said, when you click on the position, it asks you if you'd like to save the position file, the PDF file. It gives you all the detailed information about that position, a contact person to contact about it. Like I said, I had called her a couple of times, because I had some questions, and she was helpful to help me out and stuff. Other than that, everything is all handled online, until you do the fingerprints and get your paperwork jacket and stuff for orientation. So, but anyways, thank you for watching, and I'd like to thank all my military brothers and sisters and first responders for protecting this great nation of ours. So, I'm Charles, and as I go through the process, I will try to provide you with some more videos during my processing. Like I said, I'm just in a holding pattern, so I don't know how much longer it'll be until my background check clears. So have an awesome day, an awesome weekend. Catch you on the next processing video, I guess. Catch you later. Bye.